Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Rosie. I know it's been a while since I've been here. A lot of stuff has happened in my life and I kind of fell off for a little bit, but I'm back. And this is going to be my combined cash stuffing plus monthly setup. I'm not doing a calendar this month on camera, only just due to the fact that I made my own planner for this year. The issue is just that there was a few more pages I needed to add in after I looked at everything. So I took the whole planner apart and I just took out this page so I can just do my February stuffing with you guys and budget setup. So let me zoom you guys in. This is going to be short and sweet, hopefully. Okay, so I'm not going to disclose the VA income. It has changed and it will change again from what I've seen up in possibly have an approval. Well, I have an approval, so it's going to change again. I'm just going to go over my numbers. So as you can see, these are my numbers. I think the last video that I had less bills than this, and that's for sure. I did add Hulu. Netflix has always been on there, but I've also added I have the dental and vision from the federal government, as well as green light is now showing up. And then NelNet, of course, is still on there, but it's zeroed out since it's not due anytime soon. Now, I don't know the exact number for Netflix. I did hear it went up. I'm pretty sure it went up, so I need to actually go back and look for last month. But since it's only the 2nd today, I'm not going to know what Netflix is until the 4th. And then my kids, their cell phone on the 16th. I need to figure out what those two are because I just made sure both of my children now have a phone, so I have to add both of those together. And I made sure their due dates was the same day. And then at here on the bottom, it's out of order because I forgot I signed up for Hulu, and it just happened to cross my mind after I filled out all of this. So I do have Hulu. I paid $1 last month for it, so I have no idea what it is this month. I think because I'm paying for the ones with the ads. I think it's like $5.99, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to wait to add that in. So all together with my budgeted amount for my fixed expenses, we're looking at $19.83. Right now, I only have the VA income coming in and whatever I do from driving. So that's gonna need to change. I haven't been able to, a lot of people, you know, with the pandemic and everything going on, I haven't been able to do massages. I haven't been able to do a lot of the different things that I do. And I have decided that I'm going to be switching my budget income into its own separate budgeting video. My business budgeting income into its own separate video, just because it would be too much to have all of that listed on here. So if you notice, the mailbox is not on here anymore, and neither is the storage, because the storage was a business storage unit, even though I have like maybe 2 or 3 personal things in there. The rest of it's all storage, business storage. And then the mailbox is for business use. Okay, so that is so far what's coming out, and that's pretty much almost my whole check from the VA. So I haven't received like child support or any of that other stuff. And for right now, I don't have any savings or debt that I'm gonna do this month. So that's just gonna stay the way that it is. And like I said, today's the 2nd, so it's the first day of my cash stuffing. And I have made $240 last week, and none of it was from there was none rollover. There was no rollover, no 1099 income, and no online income. It was just all other money that came into me. So there will be no taxes paid this week. And for right now, I have the 52-week challenge and then 100 envelope challenge. Now, I did already pull my 100 envelope and the 2 envelopes for my 100 envelope challenge, and I've already, I think I'm at week 48 for the 52-week challenge. I'm pretty sure this is week 48. I have to check because I have a whole nother tracker that keeps track of that. Once I put my binder, my new planner back together, I'll do a flip through of the planner. It was just something like I had to personalize it for myself to make sure that I could keep track of everything. Okay, so let's get into these numbers. Let me move these out the way. Okay, so for my cash envelopes right now, these are the numbers. And if you wonder how I came up with my numbers, I think her name was Clarissa. She is an esthetician, and I haven't seen any videos from her recently, but I loved her videos because she only did the cash stuffing based off of her tips from her esthetician job. And I liked the fact that she had like a tracker, or not a tracker, but she had this is my low amount, this is my high amount. So if I make this much in tips, then this is what I will pay towards everything. And if I make this much in tips, then this is how I pay. So I like that concept, and I kind of just revamped it for myself. It's not based off of my tips, obviously. It's just based off of what I make from driving. So obviously I made lower than $245. So I did adjust some of these numbers that are in here, but I came up with my own. I think I'm going to make another one that maybe goes to like 175. That way I have like a good amount. But usually I can make between $800 and $900 a week with driving. It's been a little difficult lately, just due to the pandemic. There's a lot more drivers out on the road, and then also seems like the rideshare and food delivery companies are trying to pay less and less for deliveries. So following this, I did the 40 for the, well, let's put those side by side. I'll make that easier. There we go. So I did the 40 for the gas, and there we go. Okay, so we did the 40 for the gas, and the 75 and the 15. Those all stayed the same. The personal stayed the same. My daughter stayed the same, and both of my boys. So all of those are the same. Household did get a 10. Just because the household fund is if I need to get like batteries, if I need to get air filter, light bulbs, just things for around the house. If I need to get tissue paper, paper towels, stuff like that. So that did get that got a 10. There's nothing for hair and beauty. So in here, hair and beauty would usually get a 5. There's nothing for hair and beauty. Neither my daughter nor myself need anything. And I cut my son's hair since due to quarantine and COVID. I'm just going to cut his hair. I mean, nobody got to see him right now. He keeps his camera off during the online learning. So yeah, nobody has to see how crazy his hair looking. But before they head back to school, which they're supposed to head back in March for blended learning, which is like 2 days in school and then 3 days out of school, I'll get his hair cut. And I'll start saving up for that next paycheck. So we have 0 for hair and beauty. Toiletries is a new category. It's $10. Toiletries is going to cover all the feminine necessities for me and my child because I have found that I need a whole nother category just to cover feminine care, which is perfectly fine. As a female, most of us understand how expensive that can get, especially because I have now switched over to the all cotton organic ones, and they are amazing. My life has been changed. So they do cost a little bit more, and luckily, me and my daughter are not on the same cycle, like schedule for our cycle. So it's easier for me to just put 10 in each week, and I'll be able to afford the $20 for her stuff and the $20 for my stuff. And okay, so we've got miscellaneous is at 5, which is right. Dining out is at 20. And then we're not doing anything for family fun or date night. So that took out 70 from there, but because we did the toiletries, it added in the 10. But when we do family fun and date night, I now have a rollover envelope for those. So if I don't use them, they will roll over into like a sinking fund envelope. Okay, and that comes up to 205 that we're going to put into our cash envelopes. And then we have our sinking funds. I'm just because I didn't make a lot, I promised myself that I would add $1. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I promised myself that I would at least add $1 to the most of the sinking funds. So at least put something towards it, because it's one thing to be hit like later on, especially when it comes to like my Amazon, or when it comes to the car registration, at least having something in there. Now I did just pay car registration in December, and due to financial issues that were going on, all of my sinking funds are starting over again. So all of them are just have either $1 or nothing in them for right now. And so I'm only just going to be stuffing 20. And the way I come up with that, my numbers on how much I do, I actually have a sinking funds monthly breakdown sheet, and I'll go over that in another video. And it pretty much I figured out for each sinking fund how much I want to have in it, how much I think I should save for it, especially for the ones that are due annually. And then I went from there. So now let's get into the cash stuffing part of this video. Now that we have that done. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot one thing. So with this, the 200 for the 205 for the cash envelopes, and then the 20 for the sinking funds, I only have $15 left over, and that 15 is going to go towards my envelopes, my 100 envelope, the 2 envelopes I pulled for that, and then the 52-week challenge. Now, the reason why I haven't stuffed it yet is because I will be looking to see what I can save from my cash envelopes, and then I will be stuffing those 2 envelopes. But I did already pull them. I just have to figure out where I wrote them down. I know, well, for me, I'll show you guys my, also the way that I now do my cash envelope, my, 52-week challenge. My 100 envelope challenge is still the same way it's always been. I'll show you. I, buy just, 100 envelopes from Walmart, and then I go through and I label each envelope. So each envelope's labeled. And then what I did to make my life easier is I went and got some address labels from Avery, and I printed off the number of the envelope as well as it says a date on it. And so at the Monday, I sit there and I just shake this up. I already pulled the ones for this week, so I already labeled those envelopes, and those envelopes are in a lock, like a red Valentine's Day box in my living room for right now, because I was going over some things. But I'll just do like, and then whatever falls out, usually it's only like 1 at a time. I was just being a little bit too overzealous just now. But whatever falls out, I'll take, like, let's say it's 54 and 24 for this week. I'll just go through, write down the date on them, and then I will go through and I'll find the 54 and 24 envelopes. So I'll get the 54 envelope, put the sticker on it. Then I seal up the envelopes, and they go into the box, and then they do not get touched until the end of the year. So with this 100 envelope challenge, I will be done with it the week before Christmas. So that's the good thing about that. I won't have to worry about it. And with my 52-week challenge, I'm going backwards. So I started at 52 at the beginning of the year, and it's going backwards so that by the time it gets to Christmas and the new year, I'm only doing $2 and $1. So I won't be hurting my feelings. Okay, so now that that's explained, I'm going to, I already went to the bank, and I already pulled out the money that I needed. This is another thing that I had made for when I had the classic size Happy Planner. I decided not to use the classic size this year, but this is what I had made last year for myself, and it pretty much is just a breakdown. Some of the cash envelopes have changed. Some of the things on here don't need to be on here, but either way it is, it's my breakdown sheet. I put down what I need, how many I need of what. At the bottom, I put that there, and then inside of my wallet, I do have a Filofax, but I've had this thing for a while, like 2-3 years, two years now, maybe 3. I do have a cash breakdown sheet that I just made and laminated, something simple. I have actually 2. I have another one that's right there that's a little bit more colorful and big. But I just take this, I take my Sharpie, write on it, and then I clean it off and put it right back in here. I also have these breakdowns, which are on business cards, which I was playing around with. They're kind of small, but I like these a little bit better with COVID, because then the cashier, I just tell them to throw it away, or the teller, I'm sorry, I just tell them to throw it away. So like when I walk into my bank, I just have them just throw this away. I was like, you can throw that away. But I haven't decided yet which one I'm going to stick to. All this hand washing and hand sanitizer using is killing me. So I do have it broken down. I did get out the money that I do need. So I do have $2.25, and that's just my cheat sheet off to the side. So let's if you can hear that, that's my candle going. I love the woodwick candles, and I've actually, for my own candle business, I've actually started back using them, because I was using them for the longest and I went right back to the cotton wicks, and now I'm back at using the woodwick candles for my business. Just love the sound of those candles. Okay, so let's start off with our cash envelopes. We're gonna do 40 for gas, and that's gonna be a 20 and 2 10s. Oh, man. Okay, and then for groceries, we're doing 75. That's gonna be 3 20s, 1 10, and 1 5. I see everybody with those trays and stuff, and that's amazing. I love the trays. I love watching those videos, but I do not stuff that much cash, so I'm not about to have a tray. And I sometimes barely stuff like $400 in a week. So for laundry, so what I did with my laundry is I got $15, but I got 10 of it in a roll of quarters, and I got 5 of it, and then I went to one of those, one of the car washing places, a car wash, and I just cashed in that $5 for $5 in quarters, because in my apartment area, the laundry facility uses coins, but if I go to, like, it's called the wash house here, if I go to the laundromat, it uses this card. So I haven't been to the laundromat. I've just been kind of like trying to stay in my own area, but laundry will be changing soon too. The numbers will be changing, because I will be getting a washer and dryer coming up here soon. I had to find somebody that can lift it up for me, because yes, obviously finding a man to help me do that in this area is like difficult. So personal gets 10, and we're just gonna bring this back over. It just makes my life easier. So personal gets 10, Yaya, she gets 10, but she gets it in 2 5s. And like for my kids, this is just like if they need something other than what I provide for them. My daughter, she loves books. My son sometimes needs like batteries. And if it's something for their toys or something for them, it comes out of their personal money. If it's something for the household, it'll come out of the household money. So 5 for Freddie. And 5 for Big Boy. And then, so household, we are going to do 10. And then hair and beauty gets nothing. Now, I did make these envelopes. I am in love with the clear look. I just like seeing the money, but only in my wallet. I'm still using the same envelopes for my sinking funds. So hair and beauty gets nothing. Toiletries gets 10. Miscellaneous gets 5. And dining out gets 20. We very rarely use it, like we very rarely eat any food out, but I have it there just in case. And then this envelope, I was playing around with the clear back envelopes, and this envelope is just if I have money that comes in, like cash that comes in randomly throughout the week, it would go into here, so I can keep it in my wallet. But that's it for my wallet. And now let's get into these. So I have jumped on this whole planner binder like train. I love the colors. I love that my envelopes fit perfectly in there as well. That's what really got me hooked. I bought the black one first, really loved it. And I went to buy another black one. I was like, this just might be just too much. But my envelopes fit perfectly in there that I already had created. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I have, as you can see, annual, continuous, and I have personal. And we are going to start off with personal. And now, so it's 20 envelopes getting stuffed with $1. So it's just $20 getting stuffed. Okay. So, this is going to drive some people crazy that I just grabbed that stack, but I needed it closer. Okay, so clothing is getting 1. Now, I took the trackers out of these. I'm making new trackers, so the trackers will be going back in. I'm not sure if I'm going to change up these envelopes anytime soon. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So, it's not broke. Clothing, back to school is going to get $1. Now, for my children, I have Yaya, and I have Yaya's birthday. Yaya is her rollover, so whatever she doesn't use in the week rolls over into this envelope. Birthday is literally what I'm saving for. I save for the birthday. Rollover goes into like Christmas or anything extra that they need for themselves personally. But Yaya is literally like I'm just doing for their birthday at that point. Now her birthday comes up in June. She's the next birthday. Big Boy just had his birthday in January, so he's good to go. Freddie's birthday gets 1 as well. Ooh. And Freddie, his birthday's in September, so I've got some time. Big Boy gets 1. Now, what I plan on doing, like with the stimulus and my tax refund, is just like going back through and trying to get these envelopes up, especially like my, what is that one called? My emergency fund and a few of the other ones. I'm just going to try to get them back good. Give me 1 second. I have to... Hopefully, this is charged, because if it's not, it's gonna hurt my feelings. Oh, and I don't like that showing. Okay, there we go. Is that good? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm sorry, my phone was dying. I had to plug up my external charger. Okay, so personal gets 1. And I'll go through and like when I do add the trackers back to it, I'll go through and fix that. Bay gets 1 as well. So funny story. I wasn't saving up for Bay at first. Originally, when I made these envelopes, I actually had a fiance who unfortunately passed away actually today of last year. And so today it took me a while to get around to filming this video. Just it's been a bit I wouldn't say a busy day. It's just been a emotionally draining day. So I have now gotten back into dating and talking to people, and I have a potential who's looking good, so I am going to start saving up. But at the same time, with dealing with loss, I always tell the people that I come across that I am still grieving, and that if they're not comfortable with the fact that I, still will talk about him and still, post about him and stuff like that, then that's fine. But I'm looking for an understanding partner, because I would be that partner that's understanding if you lost somebody but you're still, trying to date, but you still have those feelings towards that person. Moving on, anniversary. It's the personal one. It gets 1. And I'm only saving up for these things just because eventually it'll happen and I'll at least have the money in there. But what I meant to say also with the whole funny story with this is that if by chance I do not end up with anybody, which can always happen, and I'm not going to be upset if it does, I will use the money on our anniversary and do something nice, like a headstone, not a headstone, but something nice, like a memorial piece for him. And then for this part, his birthday, his birthday happens to be January 2nd. So I would do something on his birthday, and then I would do something on the date of our anniversary, which for the day that we started dating was November 10th, and then it would have been February 14th that we would have been married of last year, 14th or 15th. We hadn't decided exactly. We just knew it was going to be that Valentine's Day weekend. So enough of my sad story. Let's keep going. Nothing for grades. Violin, it's new. It's covering up mailbox, because mailbox is now a business expense, so it has its own new binder. And so violin, my son plays, and I need to get him his own. His teacher was courteous enough to let us use it from his school last year. I need to return her violin. And I literally just looked up the other day and was like, yo, you have the wrong violin. So I'm going to return her violin, and I'm going to buy him one. Luckily, I see that they're not that expensive. So I'll be going hard on this to buy him a violin by spring break, and then that way I can sanitize hers and then get it back to her. Okay, so this is what I was saying about family fun and date night. These were my original cash envelopes that were in my wallet. These are now going to become like my rollover. So if for family fun, like we don't go get a movie, or we don't go somewhere bowling or something, it'll go in here for the, for the next month. And I think I'll let family fun stack up for a month. I haven't decided yet. And then date night will be the same way. I will save it for date nights. And if I, originally date night was meant for me and my partner, but I have decided that I will save it for date nights. And date night will be until I do have a partner. And even after, I will take one of my children out on a date. Probably like every 2 weeks or every week. I haven't decided yet. So if I do every week, then I would have 1 week where it's just either me or my significant other, or just 1 week where I'm going out by myself, and then the other 3 weeks would be when I go out with either one of the children. So that's my personal. Okay, so continuous. We have Is continuous next? See, I'm over here jumping the gun. Nope. Annual is next. Okay. So, oh, that candle smells so good. Okay. Annual. It doesn't have many envelopes at all. It might get some more later on, but right now it's looking quite scarce. Okay, so we've got $1 for Christmas. Christmas will get stuffed more than this. I'm just trying to just do something, throw something to each envelope. Card tags is going to get $1. Amazon Prime is going to get $1. Amazon is due in June, July. So Amazon will be ramped up because since I had to use that money, I was almost there, but I'll have to ramp that up. BJ's is $1. Sam's Club is $1. Valentine's Day, I will not be stuffing. Valentine's Day, I already have taken care of for everybody in my life that I do Valentine's Day stuff for. But I will be taking care of Valentine's Day. I will be starting to restuff Valentine's Day this month. So this is what I mean by most people, they know with your sinking funds. Give me a second so I can move that. Okay. Most people I know that you will know when they talk about their sinking funds, they talk about, you know, you have to have a clear plan for what you're going to do with your sinking funds. So let's go to Valentine's Day. So for Valentine's Day, there we go. You know what? How about we do this? So for Valentine's Day, I have a low. My low is always the black number. My high is the red number. A low of $15 that I want to stuff ideally per month, and a high of $30 per month. And I save for that from February to January to handle it in February. So starting this month, I start saving for Valentine's Day next year. And that goes along with Amazon, my BJ's and Sam's Club membership, as well as tags and registration are always due in December. And then I have Christmas, which I save from December to November. Technically, I save from December to October. And throughout the year, if I find something that I like for the family, then I do that. But semantics. Now we get into continuous. So for continuous, we have car maintenance gets $1. And continuous, obviously, if you understood what annual meant that each year, that envelope will get completely wiped out. Continuous just lets me know that I will always be doing saving for these sinking funds. So even after they get wiped out, they will always, I will take money in and out of this envelope all the time. My annuals can always change because I can always get rid of something or whatever, but my continuous will always stay the same. These are envelopes I will always keep. So I have car maintenance, medical, and this is just my way of doing it. A lot of people don't have to do it that way. I just, you know, like to be a little extra, I guess, with my the way I organize stuff and compartmentalize stuff. So that was dental, got $1. Vision gets $1. We do not have co-pays for these, I think. I'm not sure. I have to check. Now, I do have a high saving, a high interest saving, or high whatever. I have an HSA. I don't know what exactly it is. I just know that I pay a high amount on my deductibles and a high amount on my insurance. So I have an HSA that I signed up with through Stride from driving with the delivery companies. And so I will start adding money to that as well, out of my paychecks from the delivery driving. So that's why IRA, if I do not get any money from delivery driving or from my 1099 income or my online income, I will not ever stuff IRA or HSA, and I will never do taxes, because that money is pretty much, that's where that money will come from. Okay, so birthdays gets $1. And the last one is going to be vacations. So I just added a new envelope. I will be 35 next year. And one of my friends actually posted up, she's a travel agent, she actually posted up a cruise for next year. And it goes through my birthday. It starts like the day before my birthday and goes through my birthday. And I love the idea. I love cruises. I understand with COVID, the cruise ships and stuff, the cruise line industry has like been hit hard because of how they were like incubators. But I guess we're gonna be optimistic. I do have travel insurance just in case it gets canceled. I am starting to save for a birthday vacation. I'm not gonna go on that exact cruise because I didn't have the money to put the deposit down in enough time. But that's my new envelope that obviously used to be another envelope, but it's gonna it was my dining out envelope for my original wallet, but I'm gonna, you know, change up the card on it. Now, family vacations is just what it says, family vacations, whatever vacation I choose to plan for me and the kids. Now, this one I'm going to probably change. Instead of birthday vacay, it's just going to say personal vacations, because there's going to be like girls trips I want to take and stuff like that. Car pay down is just what it says, car pay down. Nothing went into it, but I will start paying into this heavily, just because I just want to get this car paid off at this point. Events is just, so there are different events that come to this area. There are different events that come along, like the circus, or like, you know, they might have a monster truck rally, the reptile convention, the Comic-Con, stuff like that. Me and my kids are like Comic-Con fanatics, anime freaks, whatever you want to call us. So when different things come up, that's when this this envelope will get tapped. And for the events envelope, my high is $75 per month. So I'm gonna start actually ramping up this one, because this year there are a few things that are coming through, and last year I kept my kids in the house. They went crazy. So this year I'm gonna try to expose them a little bit more to the outside world, help them, I guess, build up their immune system a little bit better. And then gifts is just graduations come through, people have babies, you know, it's not for birthdays, it's for any other time I have to give a gift. Anniversaries is for the people in my life who have anniversaries that I actually celebrate with them, and I want to give them like a gift or something. And birthdays, of course, is going to cover the birthdays that are in my area, or that are important to me. And so that is the end of my cash stuffing. I'm gonna go over in detail like how I chose my sinking funds, how I choose the amounts for my sinking funds, and in another video. And I'm probably gonna film that video today, since I actually feel like filming it today and I have the time to do it today. It's going to keep me a little bit preoccupied from what's going on in my world right now. So I need a little bit of a distraction so I don't get myself too depressed. But thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, you know, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos and more of the content, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, if you know, so that when I do upload, you would know. But I mean, if you don't want to hit the notification bell, by all means, don't hit it. Just subscribe. You know, just subscribing helps me as well. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.